Good morning and good evening, everybody. And once again, welcome back in today's class. Today, we are on the day number 9, and we were discussing about our topic of CSM batch. So, we are on now almost slide number 35. Yes. So, this thing we done, and we done this one. So, yesterday we discussed about this thing. Like product is something which has a specific feature and have some skill set. Now, one more thing is important that a product might have multiple skill set required. Like if I say air condition, to work on the air condition, we require multiple skill. One person is expert in the installation. One person is expert in the its cooling system to be optimized. One person is expert in the drainage part, like the water wastage come or all these things come, that particular part. So, but ultimately something has been sold to customer is a product. Okay, which customer buy or consumer buy. It can be physical, it can be digital. Anything can be there. Subscription is a physical, digital, hardcore, like now routers kind of things is a physical. But a asset means a instance of that product. As we discussed yesterday, car has a models as well. Car has a category, model categories as well. And then one car has been purchased by me is that become asset on which they support us. And that asset must have a asset tag or the serial number kind of stuff so that it can be work properly. Okay, so now if I come here just to be more clear understanding on this particular part. So we are saying product. It can be two types, hardware or software. ठीक है. Hardware, software, subscriptions kind of things is a software. Routers, particular ATM machines, we can say it's a hardware, which can get allocated to the this particular part. Now, after that, we have assets. There's one thing very interesting to be understand here, assets. Today we are going to pick up the topic, possibly pick up the CMDB and the assets, how they're interrelated with each other. Okay. So assets, a particular instance, the serial number or the asset tag by which it get identified. Okay. Asset can be of the same model and can be of the different model. Like I purchase a new car. So we're saying is a car. Okay. Now different models. VXI, ZXI or YXI or YXI. In this categories, in the VXI, I have a fully automatic, semi-automatic. I have a CNG based kind of things. So these are the category, product category. These are the models and these are the product categories. In this model, I have this category available. And if I buy one VXI fully automatic, this has become my asset. तो कस्टमर को ये देते हैं. But customer says, okay, tell me, do what category, what product, sorry, product category, what model you have? Tell me. then it will work fine. Now again in the phone, mobile phones, 4G, 5G, smartphone, digital smartphones are there, normal keyboards phone are there. In that you have a different thing. Small camera, big camera, more memory, less memory. So these are the different product models. Categories are there. Okay. So assets, if I say it's something which represent one instance of the product, जो customer or consumer or account buy. ठीक है? ठीक है? Clear? कोई doubt यहाँ पे? So that we can move forward. So now how it can be done? Basically,
Sorry, Atul,
go ahead.
one question. Assets are items that have asset tags or serial numbers.
Yes.
That still holds true, right?
Yes, 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 yes. Because this is the only thing by which a consumer or customer raise the complaint or the case.
Okay, clear.
Right?
Okay.
Because otherwise,
Right.
what you will sold to, even though your subscription, now you say that you have a Netflix subscription, let's take example. Okay. If you're facing that issue, some issue, how you report the issue to the customer care? With that subscription ID only, right? That this is my
Right.
subscription ID. If your company offer you the Netflix, then again you have a subscription ID, but you have a account detail as well, that I'm calling from this company and this is my subscription ID. I'm facing this issue. So asset must hold something to be identified, and specifically either asset tags or serial numbers kind of things will be there, by which it can get identified.
Right.
Okay. So now how it will look like to us on the high level? Model category. Then we have a product model, and then we have asset. So like model category, it's hardware or software. Then product model, let's say router v1.2.3. This is my product model. And asset router v1.2.3, and it has asset tag 80. So this record will go for the consumer or the account details because they are using this asset. Might be, if we talk about the consumer perspective, it is hardware, but I purchase a router v5 asset tag rv5.1896 is my 80 asset tag number, by which you will get identified that which asset you are using it. Generally say, right, what phone you're using? Or I'm using this Apple phone, iPhone. Which model? 16. Which category? Pro Max. So now this is what you're saying it. You're using it, you're saying it. So your asset tag is the serial number, or what is it? IMCI, ICMI number.
IMEI.
IMEI number, right? That is your tag number, asset tag number. Your product model is 16 Pro Max. Your category is hardware. Then you say, yes, this has been solved out. Now this asset gets stored in the tables. So like we have a ALM, sorry, go ahead.
Before we go to the table, this router which is assigned can have location, cost.
Will come.
And will come. Okay.
Will come. Okay. Because we are just clearing the exam stuff. Now we will create categories, product models, and assets as well. That is the thing. Okay. So now we can store these assets mainly in the ALM tables. ALM asset table is the one. Is the core, I can say. So we can have a ALM hardware table, ALM software license table. We have a ALM this thing, your facilities or communication tables as well. Sorry, consumable, not communication, consumable assets as well. So now when we create these records, then you understand that which table we are picking up here. Okay, so we are done with the product, we are done with the asset, we are done with the model. So model in short is a specific type of a version of that particular product. Like 16 Pro Max is a model. 15 Pro Max is a model, right? Or what do you think? It's not a model. It's a model.
It's a
14,
model.
14, 13, 15. You can say, if I say, we can divide one more thing in layer as well if required. If you want to go for more this, we can say model category as well. We not model category mainly, but let's say let's divide in this part.
Storage capacity.
Capacity kind of things, right? Okay. Now we got model in the asset. As I said yesterday, asset meaning in CSM and asset meaning in ITSM are the two different things. Don't get confused. In ITSM, asset means something hold the financial value. But in CSM, asset means which has been given to use customer or the consumer and provide the services on that basis. This is what the asset says here. Okay, and generally we say asset class to be identified, to be more categorized level on that particular thing. Okay, so now what we'll do, we'll create some records now. Okay, now let's come here. So go here and let's create products. So in short, if I come back here, we are going to do this hierarchy now. Product models and assets. कुछ ऐसा हमें सिस्टम में बनाना है कि भैया this LNG is selling these many product models or these many products in the market. And then you can do these many modeling that this training is my product. Online training, offline training is my product models. If you purchase online training, I have to give the licenses, that is my assets. So now we are going to be create these records and we have to be assign these assets to B2B or B2C concepts. So you can say like this, if I show some picture like this. LNG Pathshala, so selling training, it can be service, it can be hardware, and this is the concept. कुछ ऐसा we are going to be creating the service now. ठीक है? Because before I sell to the customers, I have to be create my portfolio in the system as well. So we'll go here and create products.
Can I ask a question?
Sure, go ahead, good.
So imagine a scenario where there is within an organization, the organization has, for example, IntelliJ or Microsoft project licenses.
Okay.
And they so that's at an enterprise level, which is for us will be product. And then based on a ServiceNow workflow, licenses are taken from the enterprise license kitty or bucket and assigned to users to use for a certain period of time. Will that license be an asset?
Definitely.
So okay, great. Which
See,
means that CSM can be implemented within an organization as well.
see within hoga, it's your for IT workflow. CSM is mainly for the external customers or the consumers only. For Microsoft, we are the consumers. Sorry, we are the customers,
We are
and
the
they give us the
customers.
license.
Right.
Now, how you're maintaining internally, that's your part. Microsoft
Okay.
doesn't bother that how you're maintaining internally. Are you using one license for everybody or using giving the different license to different person? Microsoft, you purchase license from Microsoft for Visio. Okay, I'm
Right.
giving to you. You are one of the customer for the Microsoft, right? Sorry, consumer customer for the Microsoft, right?
Right.
Your organization purchase 5 licenses from Microsoft, so you are customer for the Microsoft,
Right.
right? In Microsoft service now, they will say Madhure Corporation is my account, and Mr. Madhure is my account primary contact, and he purchased me 5 license of Visio 1.2.0. Now you are allocating internally after for 1 hour per person or 2 days one person, doesn't matter to the Microsoft. But if you allocate a license to me, I'm your employee, and its license is not
Mm.
working, then I will raise an issue to you and you will raise the issue to the Microsoft that this license is not working for us. Can you check it's everything fine or not?
Perfect. So then this is the relationship between ITSM and CSM.
Correct.
That internally it is a request or an incident because ITIL will play a part within the organization, and
Because
outside the organization is CSM.
right. I tell you one more example for this particular part.
So
When I joined DXC 2 years back, I got a laptop. Not, I got a laptop. Okay, at home delivery.
mm,
That laptop did not came from the DXC IT department. That laptop directly came from the vendor only,
right.
and it was mentioned in on this part. If you have any issue while opening, configuring something in the laptop, please call to directly to this vendor. This is what the CSM says. My account, the DXC account member, sorry, DXC contact raise a request or I raise a request, they pass that request to the vendor and vendor delivered to me. So this is what the example was
Right.
CSM only. Internally, I am raising a request because I don't have access to that account or sorry, I don't have access to that vendor. So my request has been raised internally from the service portal only, but that has been raised to the vendor via my contact person, and laptop has been delivered to me. So I have a specific product model, I have a specific
Right.
product and sorry, a category, and I have a asset as well. Now that asset tag is with me. So if someone says you had some issue with the laptop, please give a call to this vendor and they will replace it. Or if you want to replace it, log a request, we'll send someone from the vendor side, they will come and collect and your work will be done. Because sometimes it happens that company don't want that every employee raise an issue. So they want to raise internally, we'll take it forward.
Right.
Okay. Where
Yes. Okay.
almost I can say the personal information is not required because like insurance, medical kind of thing, a personal information required. So in that case, company says, okay, you directly call to the vendor only. But like hardware kind of things, they get it internally and then it done this way. Okay, clear now?
Clear. Thank you.
Now let's go to the product model. So you can see we have few product models here. What type of product model you want to create it? And these are my kind of a product categories: hardware, software, service task, standard, topologies, vaccination, work order, bundle, consumable, contract. What type of model you want to create it? I said I want to create a hardware model. Let's say I'm selling the books of training for the training. Okay, so I click on this hardware. Yep, okay. Who is the manufacturer for this one? manufacturer is SR. Name, because this is what is your. And one more thing, important thing is that when you install CSM, the base tables like CMDB table or LMS table get updated and we get a new view called the case. If you remove CSM and you create a model, it will not a case, it will be default view. So this is also matter that we are in the case management. So this is the case category here. Sorry, case view. And I can put a name LNG books, which has been manufactured by SR. You can put the short description. LNG books SM. Model categories. Which type of model it is? Hardware or application service, or you are saying it's your AX server databases, what type of this? So I can say this is my hardware. Or you can say the product model as well. Or might be I can say this is my applications as well. So a product model can be have a different model categories as well. Like 16. iPhone 16 is my product model. It has a different model categories as well. Max, Pro Max, Plus, normal. So a product model can be part of multiple model categories. This one. Do you want to some asset tracking strategy like how you want to create consumable asset or leave to the category, don't create any assets? These things you can put the model number. Any barcode, who is the owner this part of this particular product model. I am talking this thing from the service provider perspective. अभी हमने बेचा नहीं है ये, और हम we did not sell the product model. We sell the product, the last product. This is for my internal part. This is for the service provider to create the records in itself so that I can sell it out. What is the cost for this one? 300. Depreciation cost, if you want to put 5%, 10% after yearly, monthly kind of things, you can put it there. In this, what is important for us? If you want to put some information, you can put it here. Power consumption, height, flow rate, and other things, because it can be server, it can be something. So if you want to put these things, you can use it. With this product, it is compatible. Like if you go to take a medicine and you give the prescription to the chemist, ये नहीं है. You can take this as well. So compatible means, sorry, not this thing. Compatible means this product will work with the XYZ models as well. And another thing is substitute. If this is not available, you can take this as well. Disprin nahi hai. You can take Crocin. That is substitute. Disprin is compatible for headache and cold and cough. So you can take a compatibility part as well. This is important. Then CI. अभी नहीं है इसका कोई CI. बाद में बनेगा इसका CI. Because we don't have anything products here. And now product catalog. This is something which we see the catalogs, product catalogs, जो order होता है, finally order होते हैं. This is what the product catalogs here. So for me, if I'm creating a model, product model, I'll create by this way and click on the save. And my display name get generated LNG, SR LNG books. Clear हुआ कुछ?
Yeah, Atul. And we can get the pictures also, right?
Yes,
Here?
yes. We can get, you can add these fields on the form and you can add the pictures as well. That's up to you. So you need to be just add the form from the form layout, add the picture field, and you can add the pictures as well. Okay. Now my product model is ready because this is what it's going hardware product model. Now I'll create the assets in this part. For this product model, I have a asset A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So what I will do, I'll go here and create the assets, CSM product and assets. This one. And I'm going in the ALM asset table only. ठीक है जी, चलो चले आगे हम इसमें. We'll go and click on this new. What type of asset you want to create? If your product model is a license, then definitely you can't create the hardware. You have to create the license only. If your product model is hardware, then you have to create the hardware only. One thing to be remember, if you want to fully utilize CSM with this part, better you get the asset management installed in the instances so that you can fully utilize end-to-end flexibility there. As of now, we don't have a ham or sam installed in our system. So we have very limited one, limited functionality, because I did not work in ham sam, but that is so advanced, I can say. So if you want to use or you want to optimize, you can use that particular part. Now serial number. Before we go, let's do one thing, because we say every asset must have a tag. So I will add that field here. Asset tag. Come on. Yes. Okay.
So Atul, that view is different, the asset form view. Is it because you opened in a case view?
Yes, because
Not
we're
the standard view.
not a standard view, correct? Because we are opening it from this CSM product.
Okay. Okay.
Not from the default product, default side. So now
Okay.
I'm not able to add asset tag because it is in the global application scope. So to add asset, I have to be edit the section in the CSM. So now my scoping will be changed here. And I'll put asset tag and bring it on the top and save. So now my asset tag is there. So I'm in the case view. Serial number LNG Pathshala 2356. Model category. What was the model category we have created? Hardware. Yes.
Hardware you created.
Yes. Asset tag. Model. What was the model we created?
Yes, sir.
LNG books. This is what we created, right?
Right.
Remember, in the last step only. Now the important part. This thing is done. Now come to this particular part. An asset can be allocated to account, primary contact, or a consumer. But you will confuse, Atul, these both are mandatory. How it can be possible? Right? These both are mandatory. So what the system says, if you start putting account value, it will hide this option. If you put this value, this become hide. So if I say LNG Corporation, so my consumer goes. If I remove this and put Ronald, my account goes. So from a single form, you can do this particular part. That it is going to be assigned to a consumer or going to be account. So let's say a consumer only. We can use which location it has been installed, WDC, and this cost is coming from here only model. यहाँ पे हमने cost डाला था ना इसमें, if you remember it.
Yeah, product model.
Right, 300 we put it. So from there, the cost come. Give me a minute, let me on this thing, charging. Okay, so now if you go here in the journal, you will see 300 USD. On this, it's showing as a GBP as a default and showing me the details here. So now this asset has been given to this particular consumer. Submit. One more, let's say LNG 6789. Now what we did, we say model category was hardware, and what was the other model categories? Product and application. Let's say application. Sorry, we pick up this hardware only, so it will show hardware, right? Tag LNG this and model SR, and let's say this time I'm giving to the LNG card. Primary contact, brush and paste, location HY, and if I save this, my display name get generated. That this asset I sold to LNG Corporation, and if anything goes wrong, need to be updated, Mr. Brush and Paste is there who work on this particular part with us. And if you want to more asset under that, you can do for the same model. If you want to raise a case, you can raise asset contact. LNG is the asset contact here. So with this way, you can create multiple assets because different records will be there. By my company purchase iPhone, right? So under one product model category, I have a multiple assets. So I can get multiple assets here. That okay, display name, account, and this will be there. And if you create a case here, you will see few things get auto populated. See, this is product, SR LNG is my product, and assets is this one. Clear? A doubt? Also,
Clear.
this thing when we say product and asset specifically, I was saying something I missed out. नहीं ठीक है, got it. ठीक. So now we have a product, we have an asset. Abhi the problem is that how this asset and CMDB work in CSM ecosystem. That is important. So this part, how this asset and CMDB work, and what is the difference here? Ronald purchased iPhone from my shop. Okay, that iPhone has a IMEI number. Okay. If tomorrow Ronald call me and say, hey, this number is not working or this phone is not working. Okay, give me the number. He give me the model number and all the things. How my IT team will work on that particular part? उनको भी तो कुछ चाहिए. They need something, right? In the ITSM part, is the concept called the, remember What we say in the ITSM, CI is the one on which we raise request, incident, problem, or change, which tell us that what component is getting affected or impacted. Right? Getting the point. Now
Yeah.
what we're understanding that how asset in CSM linked with CI in ITSM. The final product or the asset, ये जो आपको बेचा गया, the thing which I have to sell to you is asset for you and is a configuration item for me as a service provider. As a service provider, let's see, do we have something here? इसमें तो कुछ नहीं है ना. Let me try to be reload. Might be something. Come. देखो आगे दो configuration items. Did we get this CI? Yes or no? Now let's to be verify this thing. This is what I was checking. Let's say and then dot. When I forget the command. Now put this. How this come here? We did not credit this CIs, right?
Right.
Then how it's coming? Because if you remember on the day 4 or 5, when we say that case and ITSM need to be worked together, I'm referring to this slide. This, or you can say this. Customer, the product which sold to the customer is an asset. For me, it is a CI. Because for agent don't know about the CI, agent know about the product. But if he want to raise an incident for that product, then he need a CI. I sold to iPhone to Ronald with the number 123. I can't raise an incident for the number 567 because that is working fine. The number 123 is not working fine. So this linking is required. This is for your ITSM perspective. So if a case has been logged, so now we log a case like this. If I have to be link this case with the incident, then incident will pick up this as a CI. Why? Because in this product model, this is created in the backend already. This is what I was waiting कि एक बार assets CI assets बन जाएंगे, then we go for the CIs. Nothing is changed, right? The same records we created and the same records are coming here. This is the major part to understand. It is a major part to be understand that how these two are linked with each other. Clear यहाँ तक? Doubt, question or clarification?
So asset has an asset tag and is linked to a case.
Correct.
The case, and this is all CSM. The case and the asset tag then link internally to a CI, which will then drive the internal ITSM or ITIL process.
Correct. Why? Because I am providing the IT services as well. Why this concept is required? Now I give one more example, Madhur. You pick up the right thing. Let's say you are using the router, one router as an asset. Okay, let's say router, you're using the router. Okay, you got this router from a company where you get to purchase it. Okay, it means you have an asset as a router and the CI get created in the background. Okay.
Right.
Tomorrow, I am a service provider, want to upgrade the routers, but I want that once this upgrade will be done, every customer or consumer need to be restart the router. Okay.
Right.
Okay, till this point, right? Now, to give you that information that I am updating the routers and your router is getting impacted, I need a CI because internally I am raising a change. Router
You're raising a
upgrade.
change request internally.
Correct. And will your router will be mapped in that change. Because I'm
Right.
the internal IT guy, I don't have access for the cases or I don't have any information. So what I will do, I'll ask the case team, boss, we're upgrading the routers for this one. Can you inform these consumers or the customer that their router is getting upgraded and they have to be reboot their router after the 5 o'clock. So it is called the proactive arrangements or the monitoring. But you are the consumer or the customer, but you're getting updated that your router is getting upgraded. But someone in the backend IT is working on that part, right?
Yes.
So this is what the purpose is this. Proactive arrangements, proactive monitoring. So that my customer or consumer get information upfront. Let's say you and me both are using the routers. You get an email, but I did not get an email. The reason can be my router is situated in a particular location and that location is getting upgraded now. Or your router is not getting upgraded on that particular location because your router is hosted or located in some other location. So by this way, this configuration management work.
ServiceNow is it's a very good case example for point point of sale systems.
Definitely is,
Small yeah.
because ultimately, so now I'm sure you're getting clarity that why this concept come in the picture. Because
Yes.
what the products we sold, what the asset we sold to the customer has been maintained by the backend company as well.
Yeah.
बेच के तो काम खत्म नहीं होगा ना.
Right. Because the service is also given.
Service is also given, right? Of subscription, if they sell the subscription, but in the background that subscription has an ID as well.
Right.
So that they can log a incident in the background, because when the case has been raised, the people do nothing. They see that, okay, what is the case? If they have some information, they will solve it. But if it required the IT support, they go in the background. And then this integration come in the picture. So that this linking can be done.
And this linking is automatic.
Linking automatic only when you have this ITSM plugin installed for the CSM part. Otherwise, no. So
Otherwise, no.
we will do that part as well later on. We create a case, then we create an incident as well. Or let's try to do something.
Okay, I have one more question before you move forward.
Good.
If I can ask.
Good.
So right now we are creating each record individually.
Record
There is a
forward.
concept like any record, like whether it was a asset or it was a
Contact account.
user
Okay.
account.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in real life scenario, there will be a concept of bulk uploads.
Right. Yes.
So that is also supported by CSM.
We did on the last week on this week only, when we say go and use the import set, export sets, import export tables or transform map in the guided setup. This thing.
That will be part of the guided setup. Okay, got it.
You can say it's a part of the guided setup, but you can use it individually as well. Actually, guided setup build for the customers who are very new in that in this particular ecosystem, and they don't know that how or what to do now here. And guided setup is used for the one time or the first time load only. Lakhs of record, lakhs of consumers or things and users need to be created. So if I click on this, this see import account. This is nothing. This is transfer map.
Right. Foundational data.
Correct.
Got it. I'd forgotten about the guided tour.
So if you see this, it will take you to this step only. Create transfer map. See. Then transfer the data. So in the step 1, you're just getting the either create a data sort via import set, CSM, XML, you can do anything. Then in this, create transfer map. Third, bring the data and verify the data your record generated. This is called the bulk uploads.
Yes.
Why I'm going the individual part? Because this is what the important for us to be understand which table, how the linking is working on the background.
Yes, that is very important.
Right.
ServiceNow is too vast.
Right. So now if you see here, import product models. We create it manually. If you have the details, you can create it, no problem. So you can create the product, import the product models as well. Okay. Now let's understand a little bit more. Sorry, any other question, Madhuri?
No, thank you.
Till I do have one question.
Go ahead, Chandamani. Good.
Yeah. So when we move to that guided setup part, so do we have templates stored somewhere for usage directly? Because when we did that part of loading the customers, so I was not able to find the templates, Excel templates.
I think ServiceNow did not provide anything like this. Okay, let's do one thing. Template ServiceNow. Let's say I want to go to the groups. Configure. It will take you the particular name. You have to be download the Excel sheet manually, share with your customer, and then they will put the data and then you can upload it.
Okay, I just explored that now create part also because sometimes you'll have it there, but I was not able to find it actually. But when we try to onboard any CSM customer or CSM things, then I think that part should be handy, right? Because on the fly we cannot create so many of Excel templates, right? Because that will
you don't need to be created. You have to be downloaded.
That's what I'm asking. Where do we find it?
So what I suggest in this case specifically, if you want to do this thing, let's say I want to go for the accounts. Okay, bulk account upload. So my best part is that right click and import and download this one.
Okay, yeah. I was looking
because this is the way where you get the drop down values as well sometime as per the fields.
Okay.
Secure, safe, no spelling mistakes, nothing XYZ. Accurate, each and every field you will get it. So now if I show you.
Atul, that's a pro tip.
Sorry, that is?
That is a pro tip. In a sense,
that is learning.
I mean, people who had their hands dirty, they know this type of pro tips.
Right. That's again learning. Because earlier I downloaded from the different way, but now I found, wow, that is a direct way. So now you have everything. Total 51 fields are available in the account. What you need. See, even when I say it's a drop down. So you get some drop down values as well. See.
Yeah, that answers my question.
Not even single mistake they wanted. Or partner. True or false. So give this Excel sheet to the customer, but make sure you highlight the fields which are mandatory and minimum required to create the account.
In that we can manage. We have that.
Yes, because it is also important for the customer that अरे तो 51 है इसमें तो मुझे क्या करना है. Then we highlight that boss, okay, give me these many minimum details so that I can create it for other things. Rest, once the data will be there, I will give the reports. You can go and you can do your own the data updates. And in one of my training only that it is giving me the drop down option as well. True, false or not this thing. So by this way, fill the data, import it, bulk import. The only thing is that one more, it can be kind of a pro tip for you. If you use this import from here, you no need to be create the transfer map as well. No need to be create the transfer map. It will create automatically everything for you. If you go via this way, load data, then you have to create the import set table, then you have to create the transfer map as well. But if you go by this way, no need to be create anything. Just load, next, done. Data will be in the service.
So there is a default transfer map handling.
It will get automatically.
Okay.
This method I teach only at the last when I done with the transfer map topic. Otherwise, nobody will follow the manual part. Everybody follow this thing particular thing. This thing is good for the people who join new project and don't know much about the basics of service now, but they want to upload the data in the midnight when the customer say I need some more data. This is the best way to go and done this part. Okay, so now this has been done. So we reach on this particular part. I'm just putting on the mute now. Okay, thanks. So now we're done.
So I have one more question around this.
Go ahead.
So when we are saying that we'll be loading the product details, right? So again, when this onboarding scenario only, so we are syncing the asset with the CIS, right? So where
no, we are not linking. That is linked automatically, created automatically. If you create assets from the CSM perspective, the CI will get credited automatically.
So in this scenario, when we are saying we are we creating the assets or bulk load assets or
yes, you can create it. You can create it.
Or we can do the other way as well. We can
up to you.
CI loads as well.
See, the best thing I can say, if you want to be understand. Go to guided setup. And here you can see import product models, which we just created. So you can import as well. If you want to create a relationship, product model in the catalog relationship, you can create that part. Import assets. You can import the assets as well. It will automatically create the CIs for you. Everything can be do the bulk upload. But the only thing is that if to do that bulk upload, you have a dependency or you need anything else as well. Like there's a question that Atul, I want to build a relationship of application service and business service. Can I do the bulk upload? You can do the bulk upload. What you have to do? You have to just use the CI relationship table. But to do this bulk upload, make sure the application service must exist in ServiceNow. Business service must exist in ServiceNow. It means if you want to create this relationship, you need three transfer map. One transfer map to bring application service. Second transfer map to bring business application, and third transfer map to build relationship. Then you can do it. This is kind of a basics, prerequisites. You can do anything bulk upload, any bulk upload you can do, but make sure for which you're doing the bulk upload, that must be exist in ServiceNow. Otherwise relationship नहीं build कर पाएगा. Clear हुआ point, Madhure? Or doubt?
Yes. No, clear. Thank you.
Right. This is what I learned in the ITSM module when I was doing a training for ITSM. That how this work.
So Atul, one more thing.
Go ahead.
So we created the assets, right? So as a part of CMDB or organization CI scans. So is there a possibility that that same CIs can be discovered and come in the CMDB as well? So
नहीं यार, क्योंकि देखो ये जो these are the CIs now, these are on the consumer end.
So they are not discoverable, right? That
No,
is what you're saying.
If I run a discovery, will you allow me to be entered in your network?
Yeah, that is what I wanted to hear.
No.
Because
No.
as we are managing those CIs, right? So
No, we are not managing. We are supporting. हम manage नहीं कर रहे अभी उसको, हम उसको support कर रहे हैं.
Okay.
And these are for my customers. Internal infrastructure is a one thing.
So the question is, there will be no conflict within what we manage and what we support, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
We are creating these CIs. These CIs get creating from assets so that you can do the proactive monitoring, any downtime, any upgrades, just to give information to the customer. But you can't discover. Let's say I purchase a router, but I'm not at home for the last 6 months. Is it bother to you? No. Because I'm a consumer. Not bother. But if I am working in a company and that company give me a laptop and I did not log in the laptop in the last 1 month, then it's bother to you as an internal IT. Because you are concerned that why these patches are not upgraded on this particular system. It is a risk, vulnerability, or something can be happening with my laptop. Then it's bother because you are discovering that part. You can't discover consumers stuff. Okay, clear?
Yeah, clear.
Good. Will not move forward, but one thing I can discuss here. Okay. ठीक है. So just to be clarify something here, let me come back here how these things are related. Okay. So we have, or let me open the paint, that will be more easy. Okay. So this is my product model. Which we just saw. Oh. So this is my product model. This product model has assets. Asset 1, asset 2, which we just saw. So let me like this. Okay. A product link with asset is the relationship of 9x9 1 to M. A product model have a multiple assets. All right. A product model have a multiple assets. iPhone 60 is my iPhone 16 Pro Max is my product model. अब ऐसा तो है नहीं that Apple will build only one asset. They build the multiple assets. So product model has a one-to-many relationship with the asset. One product model have a multiple assets, but this asset has only one-to-one relationship with the CI. So this is my CI, which is having one-to-one relation. अब देखो यहाँ पर, if you see here, notice here, we created two different assets. Sorry, we created two different assets. So two different CI has been get created. So this is what the relationship here. So this is my and this is my product model. This is what the linking happened. A product model has a multiple assets, but an asset have only one CI relationship. And now these assets can be used, has been linked to the one account. एक asset, मतलब asset can be, multiple assets can be used by the one account. So it's again 1 to M relationship. And in the consumer case as well is the same thing, 1 to M relationship. I purchase 5 routers. ठीक है, मेरी मर्जी है. I can do it. This thing. So in short, if I don't put the relationship, sorry, this relationship type here. So this is my account or consumer who use this asset, and then this asset has a CI. So this CI, if I say is for my internal purpose, IT purpose only, for the service provider. Customer को नहीं पता है, customer don't know about this thing. Customer know about this thing that but I'm using it here. And on the top of this, we have a sold product. कि क्या बेचा हमने अपने customer को. Sold products, install base item. That we will discuss a little bit more in the depth tomorrow. That how this concepts which is with there. ये जो concepts मेरे हैं, ये वाले, ये दो हो गए अभी. We'll discuss these things. ये तीन और हैं. And then this product portfolio will be completed. So if you see this part, LNG training, if you see here, LNG account cost, this one, training, product model is this hardware, and uska sold product. Sold product we can say is an asset only, kind of asset only, because this term is very confusing. If I go back here, this thing, install base use cases, ATM machine. It is an asset for the customer who purchased. Yes, it is an install base as well. So we'll do a little bit more deep dive in that tomorrow. I know it's little confusing it, but to be sure that how this related is asset and sale get related with each other like this. This is the way. So this is the first part. So which is say product about service as a digital product or the physical product has an asset, and this product has a model as well. But if I go a little bit more in the depth, then training as a product, it has a CI, it has a product model, something sold, something installed, and then how the CI has been linked together. So this little bit picture we're going to be discussed tomorrow because it has two scenarios. Install base 1 and install base 2. So we're going to be discussed tomorrow in depth, and after that this product portfolio will be over for me. ठीक है जी, doubt, question, clarification.
Yeah.
Good. So now try to create 4 or 5 products model, assets and then see how the linking are doing there, so that you can understand that complete this practical scenario as well. Try to do the bulk upload as well. Download the Excel and try to put the information there and try to be uploaded. And start remembering the table names as well. That is also important. Okay. Let me stop recording and take a quick attendance.